Today we are here with some of the people from episode 64.
Mhm.
And there's a lot going on, I believe. So I wanted to kind of bring everyone here. Let's speak.
Yeah.
All right, let's go straight into it, guys. Let's go straight into it because I can sense that something's happened. So you said that the show started after the recording. What's going on, Chris? You can start the whole conversation.
Well, I'm going to start with we went through the recording process. Like Nell and I matched with two women. Neither one of them are here. We went on a double date. We opted to not go on individual dates. We went on a double date to Yard House.
Stop doing double dates, go on individual dates. Stop
we could
doing
hear
that.
each other's conversations. And so following the show, we went on our date, but we both went on individual dates with the girl. But communication started with everybody for the most part from the show. Everybody had exchanged Instagrams, exchanged information. So we all go home, and things happen when you're communicating with people of the opposite sex, whether you're across the country or not. Like, conversations happen. So like the idea of the show, I enjoyed the recording of the show, like Miracle said. And like Nell said, you put yourself out there and you get the opportunity to meet people in a different way. You kind of get to meet, as a guy, is different to meet a girl before you met the girl. Like, you get to ask questions and hear her responses to determine if you want to go forward with them. But just like in dating in real life, you meet people's representatives. Like, you meet the person that they want you to. So as you start to go deeper, you start to find out who they actually were. And as you start to speak to, like Nell and I had conversations, you start to find out through those communications how people deal with other people. So after the show, after we all went home, I invited everybody. I was willing to fly everybody to Atlanta so we could watch the show together. And it went down just on so many different levels. I wish somebody would have warned us about gathering up after the show.
Here's this Atlanta shit again. On one of the catch-ups, one of the previous videos I did right before this, there was one of the girls. I'm not sure if was it the one with the locks. I don't know, some of these conversations I get mixed up, but basically, she was in Atlanta too, and talking about throwing a pop the balloon watch party in Atlanta. What's up with Atlanta and watch the balloon parties? What are we doing here? That's a thing in Atlanta? Does it go on in Texas or any other state or whatever, something like that? Atlanta seems to be like the hub for everybody. It's just like they just throwing pop the balloon parties and at the club, party here, another party. Cool. I guess I'm not gonna sit up here and ding. Oh, you're creating an environment for people to meet each other. Okay, I guess cool. But for the sake of the show, like getting into a relationship, if that's messing up, like wasting BM and Arliss time when they're really trying to put people together, that's why BM is like, this is not pop the balloon to find friends. He really says that for stuff like this. Pretty much. So my guy here is willing to fly everybody out. Like, you paying for everybody's plane ticket for a pop the balloon party in Atlanta. Another one, I guess. Like, I have no idea. I don't know if this is a different one. This is either a different party than the other girl was talking about, or it's the same party that she was talking about. But who knows?
BM, you should have
talking about a girl from another catch up.
Said something, dog.
Not should have. You should have watched the podcast.
Hello? BM always warns you guys.
I keep telling you people, this is not pop the balloon or find friends. And and so many people will say, oh, everyone's grown, they can do what they like. Yeah, of course. But we're humans.
Right.
And a lot happens when a lot of people get together.
Yeah.
So, go on. What happened, Chris?
So we all were communicating.
So I guess Chris was the main culprit.
Erica, of course, came to Atlanta, like she said, for the Beyonce concert. We hung out. Okay. I opted not to go to the concert. It just wasn't my crowd. So she went, we hung out afterwards. Things just kind of started to fizzle. The initial spark wasn't, I worried whether or not she could keep up with my life. Like, I run 3 different businesses. I don't necessarily control my own time. It's scheduled for me or it's kind of on a whim. So, and she's a teacher and studying for her doctorate.
Okay.
So her timing is coordinated.
Okay.
Stuff started fizzling. We didn't necessarily speak as much. But D and I were in constant communication. So
Wait.
as I, yeah,
How did you get D's
Wait a minute.
information
Yeah. What?
when you
Uh,
matched with?
Erica. So Chris, you matched with Erica.
hmm
Nell, you matched with D.
hmm
So what's this? Is this a match swap or
Yeah, what are we
what's this?
doing?
I'm confused. What's going on?
Yeah, y'all
So
moving, y'all moving a little weird.
Chris, how did you get D's information? Like my wife just asked.
Everybody was exchanging Instagrams. So we all went, as I said, we went on a double date. So we were all at the restaurant together. Um, and then Erica, there was like this awkward, like almost 30-minute time frame where she took a phone call and went to the bathroom. Like she just disappeared, like around 1 o'clock. So,
30 minutes in the bathroom. Okay.
which is kind of threw me off because stepping away for a phone call is fine, and we do have kids, but that wasn't a kid call.
Okay. That
And
wasn't a
then
kid call.
Neil, D, and I were all kind of like having a conversation together.
Either you're married secretly or something, or it's a family emergency, somebody passed away, or somebody's in the hospital and you trying to figure things out.
And the conversation started off innocently. It was about the flights. Like we were flying back on Tuesday. We didn't speak throughout the weekend. Eric and I went to Dave and Buster's, but everybody started kind of communicating. And I was the one who said, I'm going to fly everybody to Atlanta. Let's watch the episode together.
That's a lot.
So
That's a
I
lot,
hit
man.
up,
So who got whose details? Who asked for the Instagram? Was it
I actually didn't get her details from her. We all just followed, like it's Instagram. So we all just followed each other.
So you did it yourself.
so
Erica
okay, so
gave,
how did you okay.
go
Okay,
ahead.
go on.
Yeah, Erica gave, when I told Erica that I wanted to do it, she actually coordinated, like Caitlin. We didn't know everybody's Instagram because some people were like after the show, some people beelined it out of there, then went on about their day. Um, there was a pool party everybody kept trying to get us to come to, so
A pool
like
party, another party, man. Y'all
it
niggas,
was,
man.
I don't know how it really happened. It just happened. Like everybody had,
Look, man, if you didn't match with nobody off the show, go to these parties and shit. Maybe you'll find somebody. But if you match with somebody, just opt out of all that. I mean, I know you want to have some fun stuff. The fun is right there, but goddamn, I mean, I don't know. Or however serious y'all want to take it, it's up to y'all. Everybody grown, right? Yeah.
each other's Instagram. She posted a story about her flight. I said something about swapping the flight time on mine. Conversation started from there. It was innocent for the first couple
I'm
weeks
gonna have to
after.
stop you there, Chris, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
Not knowing how something happened is wild. Because you know exactly what happened, right? Guys,
He said it without saying it. He got the information himself. He just looked on Instagram. It says, people you may follow, people you might know, da da da, whoop de whoop, or somebody might start a group chat. You ever been thrown into a group chat and you just didn't, like, somebody just puts you in there and it's a bunch of numbers in there and it's people that you know in this group chat. Let's say it's like 6 people in the group chat on whatever phone you got. And it might be 6 people you know in there, and there'll be some numbers of people you don't have their contact information, but you know who these people are. You're like, who is this? You be like, oh, this is Francesca. Oh, this is Terrell. Oh, snap. Okay. Oh, this is Jacob, and this is Sarah. Okay. Oh, that's your number. Okay, cool. That can happen. Whether that happened or not, he's not saying it. But he went and got the information himself from everybody else's Instagram. He could see who's following who's commenting on what, and who's in the picture with who, and who's tagged it. He got it himself. He said that without saying it. He didn't say those exact words, but he's like, we were all exchanging information, you know. And yeah, so such put it together, and it's no, you went and found it yourself, and it wasn't that hard to find.
You don't all just decided, yeah, after the show, happy family, let's all exchange Instagrams. Is that what you all decided to do?
No, I don't think that was it, BM.
Yeah,
I don't think that
So,
was it.
I
so
didn't have anybody's Instagram though. I don't the only person I had all the guys' Instagrams.
So that didn't happen.
For the most part, like Chris, the other guy, a couple other guys, but that was about it.
I didn't have
I wasn't a part of that.
I didn't
Yeah, I
have
wasn't a
anybody's
part of that.
Instagram either after the show. So
Fam, everybody's Instagram pops up on the episode. Everybody's Instagram popped up on the beginning of this episode. What are we doing here, man? Like,
I guess Chris only had Instagrams. I don't do that. People
Yeah.
always be like, "Give me your Instagram, pass me your Instagram." I don't do that. Give me your phone number.
Okay, so
they had phone numbers and Instagram.
Oh.
It don't matter, and it's like, come on.
we heard Chris started cozying up with D, talking a little more. Nell, what was going on with you? Because that was your match, right?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah, let's get to you.
I thought we were good. We spoke every day. I said we spoke every day leading up until the party, the actual release party of the
Okay.
which was like, I think, because you guys were off 1 week, so it was like maybe 3 weeks. So we talked for at least like 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
And everything was cool. You know what I mean? Everything was cool. I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? So, you know.
So you were unaware. The same. Wait. So was she speaking to you at the same time she was speaking to Chris?
That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know the timeline, so I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
it had to be some type of overlap. Man, y'all are
that I know of. You know what I'm saying? From
What do y'all-
like when we'll speak, we'll be on the phone, texting, of course, on the phone, stuff like that. But it'll be more so like just getting to know each other type of thing.
Okay.
Questions and stuff like that. Like what do you like, what you don't like, those type of things. Yeah, but that went on for like maybe like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
yeah, so long story short, I was kind of like blindsided from the situation too. I was just kind of like, okay, what's going on? So
If you're blindsided, that means it was an overlap and a snatch from right under you. I didn't know this was going on this whole time so you have no other choice. The situation forces your brain to think, okay, this must have been going on at the same time that she was talking to me, and maybe she decided to she decided to start talking to somebody else and started acting a little bit weird. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
There wasn't like a drop off, then a pause, then she started talking to somebody else after she completely stopped talking to you. It was swiped. You know what I mean? So
I really don't know what happened on their end, but on my end, I was just kind of like blindsided for sure.
So you also went to the watch party.
Yeah, I was there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Miracle, were you also at the watch party?
yes, Chris flew me out there. Well, paid.
Okay. So let's talk about this watch party then, because it sounds like this is the common denominator.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Miracle. Tell me about it, sis. What happened from your point of view?
Well, where do you want? I'll start after the show, like Chris. So after the show, I didn't exchange Instagrams with anyone. However, I did exchange phone numbers with Kayla, because we really connected, and we're still really cool and close to this day. So she was the one who invited us to the pool party, and she actually invited me out there to the party as well. So that's where I went after the show. And basically it was pretty much a good night. I got to see downtown Phoenix with a few of her friends and her family that was there supporting her. And it was a good night. Actually, Hassan ended up coming out with us too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Well, we actually ended up connecting after the show just briefly, and it was nice. We don't talk anymore. But for that night, we had like fun together with Kayla and her people. And so anyway, we all went home. I kind of stayed in contact with Kayla and D afterwards. And that's when D invited me to the watch party. Originally, she invited both Kayla and I. Kayla couldn't make it, and neither could I, honestly.
1 second, Miracle. So sorry to cut you. You said D invited you to Chris's watch party.
She did.
Okay.
And that's
Let's
how
let her continue.
that's how I know they were talking. I mean, at some point, only because Kayla and I put that together. She never came out and said that to us, but it was sort of obvious because she knew way too much information about this watch party, like immediately after we got done filming, versus we found out about the real logistics of it, like Nell said, maybe like 2.5 weeks later. So she knew all the information way before everybody. And me and Kayla kind of did some deductive reasoning, like, all right, maybe Chris and D talked to each other, or maybe Chris told D about the party. That was all we kind of knew. So anyway, D called me the day before the party, pretty much like really just wanting some, I think, other girl from the show to be at the watch party, honestly. That's kind of where I felt like it came from. But I was trying to tell her, girl, I'm about to start school. I'm a teacher. I'm back in teacher mode at this point. And I actually had a teacher training that week. So anyway, Chris paid for my flight, and so I ended up going.
Hey, it's a free flight. I'm not going, I just need money for food. Cool.
Okay.
I got that.
Okay. So we're at this watch party now. So what is it? Is it like just is it just people from Pop the Balloon that's watching the show?
No. So I planned on putting together episode, what was it, 57? Schumann, the guy with the lean. Um, he helped coordinate everything. We planned on watching. I deal with a lot of celebrity clients, so them finding out that I was going on the show, they know that that was completely out of my comfort zone. It's not something I would normally do. I don't put myself out there like that. That event was already like planned. We were just gonna get a bunch of friends and A-listers together and watch it together, laugh and joke,
Okay.
eat and drink. But I said, you know what? If everybody's willing to come, like I offered to pay for everybody's flight.
I mean, despite what I said earlier about them throwing parties and that they shouldn't throw parties, I mean, it just sounds like a vibe. It does. I'm just saying, just don't let it jeopardize if you match with somebody, whatever you got going on. But if you really like the person, take them seriously. But yeah, it does sound like a vibe. You got some maybe celebrities in the building, or maybe not A-list, maybe B-list, maybe some reality TV show people. I don't freaking know. Some Love Island people might show up. Some Atlanta Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. Whatever celebrity clients he knows, music people in the music business, whatever. You got them in the same room as people that have been on the show, maybe, and you got a big screens playing Pop the Balloon in the background of the most recent episode of whatever the most people were on in the room. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it does sound like a vibe. It sounds tight.
Caitlin was willing to come. I was paying for her flight, but I was told not to. Somebody told me not to. Um, and then I went to pay for it, but it was too last minute. By the time she would have been able to get on the flight, she would have gotten there well after it started. So it just didn't happen. Sorry, Caitlin. But and I sent somebody else the money. They end up sending it back because they didn't like the reasons that people popped on them. It's like they got it. Enjoy, have fun. I come to Atlanta another time. Hassan lives in Georgia, and I think that it was just for him. It would have been awkward coming there with him and Miracle. They kind of hit it off, and then he got back to Georgia and stopped communication. Um, he was coming, then he wasn't coming. We pretty much spent the whole night. Like we actually waited to watch the show until what time was the Miracle? Like
It was late.
almost 10 o'clock, 9 something.
Yeah.
It was late. We did. None of us watched the show when it dropped. We all waited so we could all experience it together. The communication. So I'll let them speak, but I had been the people who were communicative with me about the
Take your time, man. I think you're thinking about too many things you want to say at the same time, and it's causing you to kind of have this speech thing where it's like, and your breathing's kind of all off a little bit, you know.
watch party. Like D, yes, she knew
Unless that's really how he speaks. I don't know.
information about the watch party, but I had also told the information to Erica. I thought she was gonna come, but I think she started to like stuff started to die down between the two of us. I felt as though it was stuff she wasn't telling me. And instead of like what's understood doesn't need to be explained, basically. So instead of me
Okay.
trying to ask
Okay.
questions and dig deeper, it was surface level. You don't want to tell me I won't ask, but it kind of made me distance myself.
Okay.
As far as Nell and D, I was under the assumption that they weren't communicating. Nell and I, after the watch party, we had a conversation where he told me his point of view. And I told him, well, let's go to a watch party. So,
Okay.
watch party, everything's going smooth. I was in
Yeah.
host mode, so I really I spent almost
Host
12
mode.
grand total. Didn't even get a plate. They ate all the food, everything.
Okay. You put it together. Usually, it's it's a thing to where somebody puts a party together and everything. They might have a small plate of something or a bite of something and a drink, and they're watching to see how everything goes, making sure everything's going smooth or whatever. They don't touch food or nothing like that at all. It's kind of like a chef. You ever heard them? You ever heard a chef say, the food that we cook, we really kind of don't eat it. It's really pretty much like for everybody else. It's like a thing.
It was some like reality TV show people there, athletes, a couple rappers, but just my clientele because they wanted to experience it with us. Some comedians. It was awkward from the point that like Nell said, all the guys were cool. So when I was told reach out to Nell, I actually was told to invite him by D.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that they had an understanding.
Okay.
When Nell pulled up, so I had a wardrobe issue. I was not ready when everybody started showing up. I was planning on originally wearing tan. D had on black, and when Nell pulled up, mind you, by this time, me and Erica have kind of stopped communicating, and D and I had started. They both had on all black. Nell pulls in.
Okay.
It was kind of awkward from jump, and Nell and I had this conversation later. But someone should have said something to him. As a man, I feel like it's certain rules that we have to go by. It's like God code. I can't tell, but he can ask. The whole night was awkward because nobody was saying anything. It was kind of obvious that, like Miracle said, that D and I were dealing with each other just by body language and the way stuff was flowing through the night. Photographer kept trying to catch us together. It was awkward situations with Nell, but everybody's drinking. Everybody's having, for the most part, a good time. It was like behind the scenes stuff going on, but everybody that was there was talking about how much of a good time they were having.
Okay.
There was a couple situations I'll let them tell their perspective on the situations that happened after we watched the show.
So it seemed like D was the setup. D set everything up for fair. Like D was, D, yeah, go ahead, invite him. Okay, all right, because I guess whatever she was saying to him in conversation, he was getting the impression that I guess they stopped talking. But at the same time, he took the initiative to go ahead and start conversating back and forth with D. So that's on his part too, to kind of indulge in that. You know what I mean? And D's like, oh, yeah, okay, y'all talked. Okay. He assumed that my man right here knew. And I guess he didn't. So yeah, man. D, what the hell?
Because I really don't even know. I have to fill it in because I don't know how it started.
Okay. So let's hear about it from Nell's point of view. Yeah. So Sanel, you came to this watch party.
For sure.
You're saying at this point, you and D are kind of still talking, or at this point when you're going to the watch party, it's kind of fizzled out?
It was like 50-50. For me, I think I checked out myself.
Okay.
I feel like leading up to the party, there was a few red flags for me. And it had nothing to do with like her, like it was just more so just like her response to certain things. I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. I'm not really feeling that.
All
So
right.
eventually I just kind of checked out myself. I said, I'm not even going to even really 100% pursue it. But the issue was kind of like the misleading on her end. I feel like she continued to mislead me. When she would like, she would check on me. She would do things. She would, oh, you haven't called me. Why haven't I heard from you since this morning? I've been in town. Like all these different things that just really just misled me to believe like, okay, like is she still into me or not? You know what I mean? But then it was like I would see stuff that would go on with her and Chris. Then I'm like, okay. But me, I'm the type of person I don't really get
What you mean,
involved.
like on Instagram?
Huh?
On like Instagram?
Well, it started with Instagram. Leading up to the party, it started with Instagram. I would see stuff. I was seeing things on Instagram. I was like, kind of putting two and two together. I'm like, okay, you guys are like, obviously she's just there with you because you guys are in the same place. But I'm like, I'm not fully understanding why. Things like that. Of course, I could have asked.
Wait, hold on, bro. You said same place. What?
Wait, what?
I guess you guys are both in Georgia. Chris and D.
No. So leading up
Oh,
to the house party, leading up to I think it was that same day. So this is like Wednesday morning, which is the house party's like that night. So like I would see Chris's story and it'll be like one thing, then I'll see her story be the same exact thing. So that's when I started like, why are they in the same place?
So they were hanging out throughout the day.
Like started like kind of just
already. Like what was?
thinking things like that. I'm like,
Okay.
didn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
But then it's like when I see her, it's like, oh, why haven't you called me? I'm like, call you for what? Like why would I call you? I
Okay, I see now.
know what's going on.
All right.
Then so when we're there, like fast forward to the actual party, she was like,
You know what? I get it. Let's say you got a homegirl or a friend or whatever, right? And let's say somebody that you kick it with sometimes with friends or whatever or such and such. People do this. You see a girl with her boyfriend or somebody that she's saying her boyfriend, or she's taking pictures with flowers. Oh, look at my boo got me, and all, she's putting the relationship publicly out on Front Street. And then you'll get a text. Hey, what's going on? It's been a minute. Like, what's up? Like, what's happening? And it's just like, homegirl, you've been like, it's kind of obvious. Like, why would you even ask me that question if I'm calming down on hitting you up because I see you have a husband or a new person that you're into. You might even just got through having a baby and you live with this person. Why would I be hitting your phone the same as if we about to go out and hang out with some people or something like that? Why would I do that? And they still be asking that. It's like I see you obviously with a man. Why would I do that? I'm chilling. What's the concern? So that I get what he's talking about. And in this case, it's somebody you're supposed to be dating. So that it takes it to another level. It's like, you're hanging out with this other person in a way in which I see it seems like you're dating him now. And I'm kind of cool off that. It doesn't really bother me too much, but do you? And they be tripping about that.
Like, again, it's misleading me, like checking me on this. Oh, why you're talking to this person? Why am I talking to that person?
Oh, damn.
At the watch party?
During the party. Yeah.
What?
So during the party, she's like, all these different things are going on. Then here's like the spicy part, honestly. So I came there with a friend, right? And Chris, you don't know this, but I'm just gonna have to say it now. But so I came there with a friend, so I already had like an idea. So I was like, whatever.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue, just have a good night. It's a good time. I came way out here. I actually drove out there. It took me like 7 hours. You know what I'm saying?
7 hours.
That doesn't matter. So I was like, okay. So I come out there. I'm still just locked in on just having a good time, networking and stuff like that.
I don't remember where he lives at, by the way.
But I feel like,
but for him to come with a +1, that does make sense. Okay, hey.
with the way she was playing it, as far as like just misleading me and stuff like that. We had a chance to talk, but then she kind of turned me down when I tried to talk to her about it. So from there, I was just kind of like, I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna push you. I'm not gonna shove you. Like, kind of just say something. What's up? We've been talking. This is kind of weird. I'm kind of uncomfortable. I don't really know anybody here. Like all these different things. I'm like, I'm just vibing out, just trying to make the best of it, things like that.
Was she mad at the person you came with?
Then I feel like as a host, Chris didn't really like.
Wait, I'm assuming that the person he came with was a girl too. I don't know that. He didn't say whether it was a girl or a dude.
Like I understand what was going on, but I feel like as a host, you kind of took on the role to like really like host the situation. I don't feel like you like. I feel like you should have came to me at least. Still, you know what I mean. I could have came and said whatever, but I feel like still as a host, you should have came to me and just said what it was.
But
You know what I mean?
it's so we both were in the same kind of in the same boat, bro. So it was information that was withheld from me. D's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I've
But
never talked about.
I
I have a number of respect.
yeah,
I have
never.
respect for D.
So
I just think romantically, she went. I think she did some things wrong romantically, but
so
everything else she's
and that I agreed with you when I said somebody should have said something.
yeah.
But we're men. We're both in our 30s. You know that the game is played a certain way. I cannot come to you and be like, "Hey, bro," but if you like Nell, you noticed and had information pertaining to you and her that I did not. So if you felt during the party, it was awkward. Like people kept coming to. There was people there that felt like they owed me their lives. They're coming to me like, "Hey, man, buddy's acting weird. Buddy acting weird. Like, just say the word." And I'm like, bro, like even the situation that happened upstairs that we'll get to in a second. You watched me tell my best friend that felt disrespected, yo, I invited Nell here. Nell's good. Leave it alone. He's staying the night. You watch me check somebody I've known since I was 9 because clearly I understood that there was miscommunication, that there was information. Like you and I needed to have a talk after everybody was gone. I was hosting. As a host, I've got to make sure everybody has a good time and that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where
there's no incidences. That
that's
there's no incidences.
but that's where I disagree. I'm
So
saying everybody, but it's like everybody but me. You know what I'm saying?
if you would have come to me, like we spoke briefly multiple times, but if you would have come to me and said, "Hey man,
Uh-huh.
tell me what it is," I could have set the record straight.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you got to see from my shoes. I am hosting. If I come to you, I don't know you well enough to know how. If I come to you and say, this, and this is happening. This is my ball now.
Yeah, yeah.
How that would go, I don't know. If you're gonna get bro, we still haven't watched the episode.
No,
You
that's
got there at roughly 7.
Do y'all not dude? I mean, looks like you're doing well. Looks like you're doing okay. I mean, you own a bunch of businesses, talking about all these celebrities and everything you do with people day in and day out, and you know how to hold conversation and talk to people, right? And I'm pretty sure you had your dealings with different women in the industry or whatever. You don't know how to have a conversation. If D is the culprit, talking about D don't seem like a fucking sweetheart right now. I don't know her. I can say that. I don't know this person. She might be cool. I don't know, but right now, she is like the succubus right now. So basically, what you do, what you could have did, is went to him like, "Hey, so I see you came here with somebody, and I see D acting a little kind of like weird, kind of talk. So me and D have kind of been talking a little bit. I'm not sure if she told you or how you would feel about that, but we can't just be in the same party and you not know this because people are coming to me about you acting a little bit weird. I don't know what they're saying. And let's say we're out back or in a private room or whatever. You know what I mean? He got his friends talking about, yo, what's the word? Press the green light his ass. Like what shit like that. Like what are we doing, man? Talking about some weak ass violence. He's talking about that's what it sounds like. I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? I know what that means when people say that. It's the word. What type of weak shit is that? So basically, it's like, look, you start off the conversation like that. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Like, all right, so D saying this and that. You talk about D outside with him, so y'all can get that shit together. But I can see you do have a big job is hosting, but the main thing going on at this whole is whatever the main problem in the whole party is revolving around a situation that could fuck everything up, and is with you and him. You separate him out from everybody else and take him to the side and just conversate. Like, what is so hard about this? Like, come on now.
total misconsumption. Like it's like a whole misconsumption because I like from the beginning, I never had an issue. I would have never had an issue. I feel like I carried myself as a person that does not care, like in that sense. Like you could have told me. I think we should have spoke from the.
So was it my job to tell you or the person that you were romantically dealing with? Was it my job to say something?
No,
Because
that's where and that
Ask a question, not to just tell him. Like, hey, ask a question and inform him on what's going on after somebody. If somebody says he's acting weird, go to him. Okay, can I talk to you outside real quick? What are we doing here? Come
that's
on,
where
y'all.
I take accountability because I know I should have said something for sure. And honestly, the thing is, part of me was more so like I was thinking bro code too, a little bit like damn like because I'm thinking like if it was one of my friends or something like that, and he's dealing with a girl, then like she switches up and wants to deal with me now as a bro, I would tell my bro. I'm like, yo, bro, like this is what she's doing or things like that. We kind of try to lock it in that way. So I had expectations that you know what I mean. It was just you know what I mean.
Both y'all were knowledgeless.
I
So
Yeah, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So for Chris, you said you went on this double date with them. So you've been with them when they were, quote unquote, pursuing each other. So did it ever cross in your mind to kind of ask him, like, hey, she's talking to me, y'all still good? Like, I'm just trying to think if that ever crossed your mind.
He said bro code, but the first time I met Nell was that like I didn't have his. We followed each other on Instagram, but that's not something you DM. The night that we went out, we were lit. The
Okay.
night like there was even a situation in the parking lot. Somebody came up on us like he was gonna try to rob us. Like the whole it was eventful, the whole experience. So
man,
um,
I don't know what you talking about.
when we were at the bar,
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
was catching the
I'm
vibe.
gonna cut this thing off right there. Look, so here's the thing. My man said, "Oh, I seen him and D on Instagram the same day as whatever, not the same days of it. Well, I don't know. Basically, he said before the party, I saw them at the same place on Instagram. On Instagram, they hanging out together, like before the party even had. Like, what's going on with that, right?" This kind of goes along with the beginning when BM was asking who reached out to who first, who got whose information first. He never divulged in that. And I called it out. This is my second time calling that out. Well, the first time I didn't exactly call it out. I kind of assumed it sounds like you just found it on Instagram and he reached out himself. Now we don't know. They don't know who reached out. You know what I'm saying? It makes it sound like they both reached out at the same time, but one of y'all niggas had to spark it off. So you know what I mean. So
Like as I told you, Erica disappeared for about half an hour. So I was catching the vibe that she wasn't picking up what he was putting down. Um, and the conversations that happened following, like when I got back to Georgia, they didn't pick up immediately. That Tuesday when we were flying out, there was a brief conversation about shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and she was off the lineup before I ever got up there. Um, my intention with going there was, of course, to take a leap of faith, put myself out there. But it was to find somebody that could actually keep up. She's an entrepreneur. I am. So I'm hearing conversations. I'm hearing their conversation, should I say, and it's certain stuff's catching my attention. It felt like
Mhm.
I don't know, like when she talks, when she was talking, um, it felt like Nell was in competition with her. Like she would say something dope about something she's done, and I charged it to he was inebriated, like he was drunk, he's feeling loose. Like it is what it is. Like we all get that way. So,
okay,
but like I was also when we got back and the stuff that's being like he got put in the mixer, so did I. So
sure.
Yeah.
when we got back, like until the party, I did not think Nail and D had any conversations with each other after after the show. When we got to the
That's
party,
because D made you feel
body language said.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to homegirl that didn't say anything till this time, but the first thing she said out of her mouth is the same thing I'm exactly thinking. I'm like, the conversations that you had with D made you think that they weren't talking anymore, at all. So basically, you're like, okay, that's severed. They're not talking, and that's fine. D made you think that, and then D also made you think that him and her and Nels was cool. So yeah, go ahead and fight him. Okay, cool, bad. All right, he must know about everything then. He must be cool with everything. No, he ain't no shit. So come on now, you're not attacking. You still talking to D right now. You smashed last night, and you don't want to be on her bad side when this interview come out. Come on, bro. You gotta grow some balls, man. You running 7 businesses, dealing with all these high-end clients or whatever the hell, and you not. Come on, man. I mean, relationships do drive a person's different self out. You know what I mean? That is kind of polarized into their own, to the way they act. It's like they almost can't control themselves. Millionaires act crazy sometimes, and they can't handle certain things that some guy working a regular 9 to 5 that can handle emotionally. You know what I mean? But all right.
Sorry, what'd you say, Miracle?
That's because D made you feel like that. Because of how bad
I wouldn't even say that.
Because of how bad she talked about Nell to you.
Okay, well, let's hear about it from Miracle then. Tell us everything.
Nell was like, okay, she been talking bad about me. I don't think Nell has said anything too bad about anybody. I have an impression that Nell's not that type of guy to just trash people. Maybe he has. But I just have a feeling that Nell wasn't really saying crazy shit about D to anybody. If he has, then we don't know these people like that.
Like, from your point of view, what you heard, what you witnessed, all of that.
I mean, like I said, D was, the one thing we all three have in common is D was misleading, because she was misleading to Kayla and I as well. Like I said, the three of us out of the girls sort of connected the most. And she never let us know, even though I was honest, like I say, about Asan and I, like, kind of hanging out afterwards, trying to get to know each other, and then it fizzling out and not working out. They knew about that. They knew about, certain things. Kayla was sharing things with us, but D never told us that her and Chris were talking. What she did share was what Chris just said about Nell, that she felt like when they were out, that he was in competition with her, and she doesn't like a man like that, and things like that. And they hung out the next day after their double date. Nell met up with D somewhere, and she just felt like he wasn't a gentleman. He didn't pay for her meal, like they pay for each other's separate meals. But now, Nell, and I'm not trying to out you, I'm just telling the story as I know it, but I will say, now knowing context from Nell, he probably felt slighted after that first night and already felt some weird energy. So that's probably why he didn't feel prompted to pay for her meal. But I will say, though, that once we got to the party, what Chris is
guys, what are we doing here?
talking about, or Nell is talking about, when D was confronting him about talking to certain people, I don't know, Nell. I'm just assuming here that maybe she was talking about me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So at the party, Nell and I were flirting. We were. I'm a single woman. Nell is a single man. He is handsome. I am beautiful. So, of course, when we went to the party, we were vibing with each other. Okay? And anybody with eyes could see that D and Chris was together. You didn't need to get asked no questions. To be honest, Nell, y'all didn't have to have no man-to-man talk. Anybody with eyes could see that. So, Nell talking about what happened on Instagram prior to the party, I mean, that's only putting 2 and 2 together as well. That's what I did on my plane ride there. I peeped it as well. I was like, oh, okay. At the airport.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? Mm-hmm. Sorry. All right. So this was, I meant to say this earlier, but this was kind of like the.
Now, hold on. Before you even say what you're about to say, this is kind of what you were explaining. Sort of, right? You were just like, it seemed, because he remember y'all. He said it seemed like he said something along the lines of it seemed like they were together. And she said, I don't know why she's acting like this towards me when you seem like you're with him. Like you seem like you were okay with that. You didn't know, but you were cool with that. You were just like, all right, I guess that is what it is. But for some reason, she was still coming at you like, why are you talking to this girl? Why are you moving like this? Da, da, da. She's complaining to you about you. And you're weird about it because you're not weird about it, but you're questioning why she's like that because she's with homeboy over here. You know what I mean? So I think you were kind of
like a pivotal point of the night for me. So there was a point of the night where my friend, my partner that I came to the party with. So I'm minding my business, like I'm like outside. So I'm just like minding my business, socializing. Then like he comes to me pretty much saying that he saw D and Chris kissing. So that kind of like solidified it for me. So at the party, so I'm like, okay, you know what? So from there,
Yeah,
it kind of shift for me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you. I get that, Nell. So
I felt like it was like a setup. I feel like I wasn't even supposed to be there to begin with. I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like Chris as a host. Okay,
Remember I said that D set this whole shit up. D's the setup.
okay, great. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he didn't straighten anything out. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it got to a point where it was just like I felt like the disrespect was just building at that point.
I agree.
And that's kind of like
you got D setting shit up, and then you got him with his friends talking about they gonna jump you and some bullshit like that.
So like,
come on, LeBron, straighten up.
Like whatever they want to talk about after this, but it was just like I've never been so disrespected in my life.
I agree, and also one of Chris's friends was like on the microphone at the party, like doing the most, like capping on, like joking on Neil, like in the video, like talking about his outfit, like. You know, just it was more.
That wasn't a kick. So Nell didn't take it as a kick either. I want to clarify that wasn't a kick. Some people were in the YouTube comments going in about Nell's leather tie. He said that Nell's fit on the show was dope, and he asked if everybody else felt the same way. So he like that because
corny way, like
but they were going in on the tailoring on my outfit. Like I didn't even try my suit on until we were going out there. So it was like a running joke, but that wasn't a kick at Nell.
I had no problems with anyone at the party. You know what I'm saying? As far as like Chris's associates, friends, colleagues, whatever you want to name it. I think they were all cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't really give them all a chance really because of everything that happened afterwards. But yeah, I didn't take any of that stuff personally.
I wouldn't because of the fact that they're his friends since kids and all that or whatever. You know, those are your boys. If they're talking about they're gonna do something to me, I don't know him. I don't know them like that at all. I kind of know you a little bit. I see what's going on with the girl. It kind of you be like, all right, this is a setup. This is how setups go. This makes sense for this to happen in a setup situation. So I wouldn't be tripping off that. I would just have to figure out how to move in the party and how to get the fuck out of there because it's not a good environment for me to be in. If it's me and whoever I'm with versus like 90 niggas. I don't know none of y'all at all. So that's not a good situation for me to be in. So you just gotta really figure out how to move like a hawk in that motherfucker. that's pretty much it. I wouldn't even be tripping, man. I'd be focused.
I feel like but now if you felt that's what I reiterated to you multiple times. If you felt like you said your words, not mine. You felt like everybody there knew something that you didn't. Bro, you got to say something to me. Like I didn't feel that way. And I've got about 300 people that I'm responsible for making sure that they had a good time. So bro, you got to step to me. If you showed up and you felt disrespected, like disrespect is a major word because I don't disrespect anybody.
That's why.
So if you felt that way, you got to tell me, bro.
My action that night coincides. Like my actions on how I felt coincide with the level of disrespect I felt. I would never like. I felt like I was out of pocket for the most part. Like
okay, all right. So it's clear that Neil was left in the dark. He did not know what's going on. And
what you looking down for, man? Look up. You alright? What's going on?
He probably reacted a type of way because of all this. I just want to say something, guys, right? When I say this is not pop the balloon or find friends, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are here in competition. You're all competing with each other to match. You're not here to make friends on the day and then go out, do all the most. You can become friends with people, but know who you're becoming friends with. I feel like some people come here just to get a little kick for entertainment, and then when it goes wrong, they're looking for who to blame. So I actually want to ask you guys here, and I also want to ask the audience, everyone watching, who do you feel is at fault? So everyone watching, comment down below who you think is at fault here. And I want you three as well as I want you guys as well that's here today to tell me, who do you think is at fault for all of this? Because I'm gonna be real, this is a mess.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
Well,
It gets worse.
Yeah, it is a mess.
Oh man.
I can answer your
What's
can I answer your question?
Yeah, what happened afterwards and what happened upstairs? Was it a fight or a little scuffle or some shit like that?
who?
Well, I think obviously the elephant in the room. I think it's D. I understand where you guys stand, Chris. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stand where you stand and stuff like that. But I feel like it was just handled immaturely. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the level of like, I just feel like the level of respect and love I've showed D throughout that time we did speak.
Oh yeah, and Chris D disrespected you in the party by coming to, because I ain't gonna never forget. I'm gonna mention it the third time. D coming up to him asking why he acting the way, talking to girls and shit like that, acting like what he's doing is bothering her by minding his business or whatever else. So you definitely you definitely got disrespected in your own party. When I guess you didn't notice because you're watching over 90 motherfuckers trying to make sure everything runs correctly. I get it. Sorta, a little bit, not all the way.
I feel like a conversation was still like, even on her end, she should have
If Kevin Hart and LeBron James had a kid, it would definitely look like him though.
still like, okay, you know what, I'm going this way with it. Or however she could say it, she should have just said something. I would have had cared. You know what I'm saying? It's not to put it on you, like you should have came and said to me. It's whatever. You said to me or not. It's whatever. But I feel like whatever me and her got going on, she should have just like just said something. I don't even because like I said, we had a conversation leading up to your the party. Like literally like a couple days before. Just the party's on Wednesday. I think we spoke Sunday.
And D didn't say not one word.
And I asked her, I straight up and asked her, I said, hey, do you think it's a good idea for me to continue to pursue you? And she said yes. She wanted that. She said yeah. But at that point, I was already checked out. She didn't know that, but I was already kind of checked out just based on some of the things she said around that yes. So I was like, man, nah, I just don't, that yes wasn't convincing enough for me. So from that point on, I was already checked out. But I feel like she could have handled that a little bit more maturely.
Okay. All right, Miracle, who do you think is at
It
fault?
seemed like D let everybody on.
I want to agree, but I gotta hold Chris accountable too, just because he invited us to the watch party. And
Yep.
in my, like for my case, he even paid for me to come. And I felt almost like I came for some drama. So I feel like how Neil feels. You know, you are hosting a party, you maybe weren't 100% sure, Chris, because now it's being revealed that D was misleading to the both of you. But you kind of knew that Neil and D were still talking because you and I spoke after the whole situation. And you were honest with me and told me that you knew what was going on, but you were okay with it.
Yeah, that was after the situation,
Yeah,
and that
after.
deduction was based on the way that stuff went down during the party. See, before that, I didn't think enough about it. Man, I got to sell 40 cars a month and run a gym. Like I'm not thinking about that. I don't have enough time to actually think about that.
No, I believe
The
you. I
the
believe
way the stuff went down that day when we were upstairs talking after the whole blow up in the bathroom, the the when we were talking, like I was telling you, it was clear and obvious that certain stuff wasn't said, um, that should have been said,
to me and Neil.
and
That's what you said. You said something
mhm.
should have been told to you and Neil, and it wasn't. And the whole issue is that, you know, I do feel like it wasn't a happy situation. It wasn't a.
And whose house was this at? Was this at Airbnb or something, or a property you own? Whose house was this at? One of your celebrity homies that use their house or something? I don't know.
Safe situation at the end, and that's something I'm really big on too. Like, I'm an adult, I like having a good time, but I'm all about making it home to my baby, you know, in one piece, mentally and also physically. And I don't feel like that was the case. You know, I had to kind of process that situation afterwards. But I will say, like, you know, I'm not 100% blaming you. I think you were kind of blindsided too in a way. So I do blame D. And D was misleading to me. I had no clue from D that y'all were talking. I mean, I'm a science teacher. I just put two and two together, like Neil said, you know, and I was able to figure that out. Okay.
So, Chris, who do you think is at fault?
Me. Ultimately, me. I planned this event. I probably should have called Nell, and I had a quick conversation. And this, I really wish D was here. I really wish D and Erica were in here with us.
The thing is, Chris,
kind of get their perspective, but
Chris, you don't owe me,
Nell.
you don't owe me anything. Like, I don't.
No, it's not about. It's not, bro.
I don't think you owe me anything as far as like you were supposed to tell me on some bro, like on some homeboy, bro.
Nah, not about that. At the end of the day, I organized this event. The event was going to be. I'm the one. The event was organized, but I'm the one that decided that I went through this experience with these people, and I'm gonna bring all of them. I'm gonna bring all of them here. Like, I could have, bro.
Yeah,
12 grand. Like, I could have saved my money. That was Super Bowl tickets for next year.
No.
So like I could have. At the end of the day, I put it together, and then
hold on, Nell, let him finish. Damn.
Throwing an event. I threw parties through college for 10 years, through college and after college. You want the fight to happen at the beginning of a party, so that way everybody got something to talk about at the end. I should have said something. I could have said something in the beginning once I realized there was foolishness afoot. I'm not gonna speak on D. I have nothing to say negative about her because she's a docile, like, she has a soft temperament. It could be that we've all went through it in the past, where it could be that it was an uncomfortable conversation to have, and she just figured that
we grown.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right. We grown, but
we don't care if you smashed D 2 hours ago, fam. Like, whatever you gotta say, just say that shit, or is you just gonna be seen as a fraud, or you just soft?
At the end of the day, I was asked whose fault I feel like it is. I feel like it's my fault because I put everybody under the same roof. Like miracles.
You could say that as far as being the man and being the lead. So if D said, "Oh yeah, you didn't ask D the questions that she needed to be asked," when she said that yes, you can invite him, you gotta ask her, did y'all have a conversation? Had that conversation go? Did you tell him that me and you were messing with each other because I don't want him showing up feeling a certain type of way? What was that? Or just, oh yeah, invite him. Nah, he don't know nothing, but I think he ain't gonna care. Did she lie to you? And you should have just said, no, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna invite him. I don't think that's a good idea. Are you sure? You could have taken the initiative just to double back. Like, hey, did Nell speak to you that me and her were kind of? I know you might have seen it. We've been posting on Instagram. It's kind of like if you seen it on hers, you might have seen us together or something like that. Just letting you know, you didn't take the initiative. So you know, hey,
said her objective is to get home safe. Nell, you said I didn't know that your friend. I knew that was your friend when he got there because he was on your Instagram from, like, I had seen him before. So but my friends were there. My friends were peeping everything. They're coming finding me. Like, I'm moving through upstairs trying to make sure the basketball court is, that folks ain't killing themselves in the basketball court. Downstairs trying to make sure the grill is running right.
So what happened? What happened?
So
I'll say.
People.
So what happened?
She gonna say it because she gonna say it, homie, because you fake as hell right now, fam.
Was
you ain't saying shit.
Nell and I the whole night were sort of, vibing. We were. I'm gonna be honest, and it was totally fine with the both of us because it was made clear to us what they had going on. By this time, we had watched the episode already. The party was fizzling down. Neil and I had been drinking, and so we were outside by the pool. I was sitting on his lap. You know, we were vibing. Okay. And it was a point in our conversation that we were having where Neil started kind of being vulnerable about his feelings about the night. You know what I mean? Because I even asked him, like we both were sharing our feelings, you know, and because it was a crazy night. And I, having my own room, apparently, which is what I was told when I got there, was like, you know what? We're at a party for Pop the Balloon watch party. It's people here that we don't know that came to watch the episode. The episode had people who matched that in this real life, real time is different people. So everybody at this party probably confused already. Let's not confuse nobody no more. And also, I don't want nobody hearing us talking about one another and we all here. You know, and he wasn't talking bad about nobody. He was just sharing his experience. I just didn't want nothing to pop off messy, right? Well, I told him, come on, let's go to my room and we can talk, right? So I was jokingly like, I ain't sitting on the bed with you, you know. So we went to the bathroom, and there was like a really huge shower, and inside the shower was a bathtub. So Neil sat inside the bathtub. I sat on his lap like we were outside by the pool already. It's just now we relocated to
A
the
shower with a bathtub inside. Are you trying to explain like a whirlpool when it has the? I think that's what she's talking about.
bathtub. Didn't lock the door, nothing. I didn't have nothing to hide. We weren't doing anything sexual. We were talking, okay? And Dee's friend, who she invited to the party, decided to eavesdrop on our conversation. And all of a sudden,
Oh, okay. It's one of those things where it's like the big shower and it has like the glass and the bathtub is inside. It's like a mini room inside the bathroom, but it's like a glass sliding door. You got the shower over here. Then it's so big that it has a bathtub in it. Okay, I think I see what she's talking about. I see a couple setups to where it could be one of these.
next thing I know,
Seen this before.
it's Chris, Dee, and two of Chris's friends in there basically ready to kick Nell out the party. In which they
No, that's not what happened. I don't like interrupting people, but that's not the way it went down.
how so?
All right, we'll speak now because you didn't want to speak earlier.
That's why I was.
How
That's why I
so?
stayed upstairs speaking to you.
But let me,
So
can I say?
go ahead, Neil. Go ahead,
Pick up.
Neil.
Let me pick up from like it didn't happen. Like I think I know what Chris is talking about, but so she's like the friend comes upstairs, hears us talking, she leaves, come back. No, she leaves, and like in 5 minutes or just a few minutes later, two guys come upstairs and come in the room. They're like, we're gonna need this bathroom. So I instantly got defensive because of already everything that was going on that day. You know, me being rubbed the wrong way in so many different ways. So I instantly got defensive because it didn't really make sense to me why they wanted this bathroom.
This bathroom out of this
bathroom.
whole big old mansion.
We're in this big house where there's multiple bathrooms. There's one-offs here and there, which everywhere, but it's taking two guys to come tell me that they need this particular bathroom.
Okay.
Did not sit right with me.
I would think that they trying to smoke in the bathroom. Like you can't smoke in the house, but you can go in the bathroom and smoke. That's people be doing that at parties still now today. Go smoke in the bathroom, smoke in the garage, smoke outside.
So you know, I kind of got a little mouthy, and you know, I'm talking shit a little bit, and that's when, like, I guess a few minutes after that, that's when Chris, Dee, and her friend comes upstairs.
Come back. Yeah, well, the friend came back and Chris and Dee.
Yeah, they come upstairs collectively, from what I remember. And I feel my issue was kind of like my turning point, even in that situation. Like Chris was there again. Like I said, I'm not coming down on you, Chris, but it's like as a host, you know what I'm saying? I've hosted parties too. I've been to parties. I know a lot of hosts, so on and so forth. But I just feel like as a host, it's like you're saying you want to make sure everybody's good, but it felt like everybody but me. You know what I mean? So when I was in that situation, even in that situation when I was hostile, I feel like you did nothing to kind of diffuse the situation or even like handle the situation. So it was like I was left in there, and that's what kind of like took me overboard because I'm just like everybody's staring at me like I'm crazy. When in reality, I feel like all y'all was crazy, and then it wasn't even me. Like so, yeah, I was turned up.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up because I feel like I'm watching a TV show.
This ain't going no. Well, everybody's acting like it. BM, this is a TV. They had a whole watch party. It's pretty much a TV show on YouTube. I feel like this is a TV show. That's crazy.
You know, guys,
It's drama.
This is stupid, man. This is dumb as hell, bro. Like, come on.
we don't want this from you guys. We don't want people coming on our show and then it ends badly. We do not want that. We want you all to have a good experience, to all be
For
good
sure.
with each other.
Sure.
You know, that's why we try to, you know, say the things that we say, like, you know, you're here to find love. You know, entertainment should not be your first goal. If you're coming here for entertainment, you're going to get entertainment. Then you're going to be disappointed. So, the only thing that I will ask for you guys is to be civilized and for you to respect each other and find a way to have no bad blood with each other. Now, before we go, I want to ask you, Chris, where do you stand with D now?
Again, that story's still unfolding.
Come on, Rick
It's-
Ross.
There was other stuff, like when I say eventful, that's about a third of the things that have happened. There was that's about a third of what actually went wrong. So even after that, like Nell talked about the situation upstairs, I actually checked those guys when I came upstairs. Nell was drunk and wasn't really listening to anything.
You did earlier. You did say you check people.
But I told him Nell's staying, and we got past that night. Miracle has since been dating my best friend. He's head over heels about her. Stuff as far as this conversation between the three of us, I have no issues with Nell. Got nothing but love for Miracle. Miracle, no, I'm rooting for her big time. Again, I wish that D and Erica were here because a lot of other stuff happened. Hopefully there's a catch up where we're able to try to resolve those situations as well.
So where do you stand? Where do you stand now with D?
Where I stand, still trying to figure it out. Like where I stand with D, I care about D heavily. It's only been it's been what, month or two since about a month and a half since the show. And I feel like we've gone through 2 or 3 years worth of experiences. So hopefully we're able to give you all an update and more information about stuff that's going on, conspired since then. But yeah, I'm still here.
So the thing is, when stuff happens like this, when you all know these relationships, this goes for vice versa, men or women. When you know somebody that's been in a relationship with somebody that's just like a terrible person, to certain situations in life that could really screw up a lot of things for a lot of people and rub people the wrong way, but they're sweet to only their partner, whether it's a man or a woman, and they be together for years. And then people are talking about that couple like, how are they still together? How is she still with him? How is he still with her? And they're the most terrible person ever. Like, they don't do nothing but talk bad about people, and you know, they stinky to everybody else except for, you know, they're okay. I guess it could be like that, but at the same time, you can't keep rubbing people like that for the rest of your life, where it's just gonna make a bad perception about your whole image of your relationship or the framing around it for the whole public. And it's almost just like D is like that to him. He only sees, you know, oh, D is sweet and all this other stuff. And other people say, oh, D is cool, but for some reason, then you kind of see the underbelly of it. Okay, this is the toxicity version of her, that she kind of tries to sneak stuff in there. Like, she sneaks enough stuff into a situation to where it'd be like, hold on, D, is this an illusion? Like, is this real? Are you just that terrible of a person? You would really set somebody up and set a whole situation up for failure on purpose? And these couples be together for years, dog. Years. And it gets to a point that people stop actually hanging out with that couple, where one of them is just the bad, like the bad apple. And then sometimes when, let's say, if it's a thing to where you always see that couple hanging out together, then it starts to go in a way of, you start to see one of them always hang out. It's usually the cool one starts hanging out. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up? Where your girl at? man, she's just, you know how she is, man. I already know she been driving people crazy. I'll be trying to talk to her, but yeah, but we having a baby. We moving into a new house. Life going further with that person. You just like, yo, good luck. That seems like what D is. Like, she's the terrible one in a relationship to everybody else except to him. And nobody went ahead. Not saying nobody, but I'm saying usually sometimes nobody be want to really deal with them too. You're like, man, don't bring D. She seemed cool at first, but eventually she's gonna try to stir shit up around this whole thing and cause drama between other people that don't have nothing to do with her and her relationship and just talk crazy about people. Like, that's what it sounds like to me.
I'm still single, but care about D heavily.
Guys, at our age, it's very important for us to eliminate ourselves from unnecessary stress. Because it seems like so many people walk into stressful situations and then they stress even more. So you're adding stress on top of stress. All you're going to get is stress. You guys go into that watch party. First of all, you don't just met each other. Somebody's flying you all out and you're all going as well. Yeah, let's all go. Think about it. You're going to meet a bunch of people you don't know. You don't know how it's going to end. Guys, sometimes it's not all about entertainment. Think about what you're what you're getting yourself into. So, to end it off, guys, do you lot have any final words to say before we leave?
Stop going on double dates. After Pop the Balloon, if you've matched, go off and do your own thing. Stop. Oh, let's go to the club with them. No, what are you doing? Come on, stop. Don't even do that.
Let's start with Sanaa.
I wouldn't have went to the watch party. Hey, I'll fly you out, man. Nah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'll watch it here. I'll make myself a drink, get some food, and just hang out. Just I'll watch it on YouTube. I won't even watch this on the big screen downstairs. I just watch it here.
Again, I enjoy the experience from start to finish. Even the party was cool. Of course, if I could, I'll change some certain things on my end. You know what I mean? But other than that, like Chris said, I don't have any problems with Chris. You know what I mean? I would have been rooting for him if like the circumstances were different. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Miracle, know I got love for her too. Me and her talk here and there, but besides that, you know what I mean? I had a good time. I need a redo.
Chris.
I need a redo though. I need two of them.
Let's let the comments decide on that. Comment down below if you want to see Neil back on.
Let's do it,
everyone.
Okay, Chris, any final thoughts, any final words?
No.
Oh yeah, and Nell, you didn't deny not paying for her food because you were salty the night before. You didn't deny none of that. You didn't have no fight back. So did you really not pay for this girl's? You didn't pay for the bill because you was salty. Y'all 2 separate checks. Damn.
Like, I went on the show.
Oh man.
To find a person. I didn't.
That's funny.
I wish that the drama didn't follow.
That is hilarious.
I really wish that there was no. I wish that feathers weren't ruffled between any of us. So, like, I'm glad that we kind of got to talk about what happened. But yeah, for the people going to the show in the future, don't go throwing no parties afterwards. Take it from me. It's expensive and it's a headache.
This is not pop the balloon and throw a party. This is not pop the balloon and find friends.
Pop the balloon and throw a party.
That's a new one.
That's a new one. Yeah, that's a new one.
Find love, guys.
That's a new one.
Calm with intentions of matching.
That's a new one.
You know,
that's funny as hell.
All right, Miracle.
Yes, I think Chris and Neil are great guys. I think Chris is so special. I think he has a lot to offer the world, and I think he has a lot of love in his heart, and he has good intentions. I think Neil is great. I had a great experience. Even, honestly, up until the situation upstairs, Chris, I had a damn good time at your party, if you want to know.
Okay. Everybody said the same thing. They had the time of their lives and want me to keep doing it, but
you did great.
It sounded like it was supposed to be a lit house party. It's just this one little situation. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Them throwing this party and this situation happen is a highlight. And then I'm viewing it in this little frame of just this podcast episode type shit right here. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's a bigger thing because that's all we're focused on. This whole situation is probably little stuff that happened in the party, and that was a whole situation within itself. But everybody else in the party probably didn't care. There were probably mad girls, probably drink flying. It's probably some other crazy fun stuff that happened in a party. People were staying in the room, probably some freaky mess going on. I don't know. It sounded lit. This situation is just blowing up because we're just looking at it as a singular point. The party, if I was there and I didn't know about any of this stuff that was going on, and then I was in the party, I didn't know, I was just invited, but I'm in there partying. This probably wouldn't be a big thing to me. I don't know. I know about the Pop the Balloon show. They beefing upstairs? Oh, what happened to him? They kicked him out? Anyway, take more shots. I would have been probably in there partying, shaking a leg too, man, not even knowing or caring anything about this.
Oh, don't do
But
it.
I would say don't do that. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the experience, and I think like, you know, all of us, we made our own connections. Like I said, Kayla and I are still cool to this day, me and Nell. So I enjoyed it, and God has a funny way of bringing all things together for the good, right? So that's how I see it for me, at least.
I'm just happy that it didn't end so badly, guys. Please, let's go.
Seriously.
Yeah, y'all made it seem like it was some fist flying, unless it did and y'all just didn't say something.
Come on, we all have to get on with each
Yes.
other, you know.
Yeah, y'all waste some time, man.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining the podcast.
Yes.
And everyone, please comment down below who you think I should.
Bring Nell back. I guess her. I mean, she's cool. Him. You running 7 businesses and all this, and you stopped looking at the camera like a minute ago. You up here like this. You know how dogs know they did something wrong? They just go, or whatever animal, whatever pet, be like, I don't know if that's his demeanor or whether that's a thing he does or what, but he knows something that we don't. Or maybe everything wasn't said here, but I think enough was said here. You know what I'm saying? The evil person in all this was Sweet D. I don't know, man. Y'all take care. You run your 7 businesses. You know, you got other stuff to do than be worried about this type of dumb shit. Especially if you said you're still single. This should be a brush off your shoulder. All right. I guess that's that.
Bring back. And also comment down below who you think is at fault for all of this.
Who you
I
think
don't know
is
what
at
to
fault?
call this, a TV show, a reality TV show. I don't know. But
it's kind of obvious who everybody gonna say.
It's a lot.
BM, if I come back, trust and believe I'm going last again, and I'm telling everybody like, hey man, I don't know y'all after.
I don't think you need to come back.
I'm going next time I'm going last.
And just to throw in a disclaimer, because I don't know if we threw that in the beginning. Everyone was invited. The people you see here are who chose to come on, just to kind of throw that out there so that people don't think anything in the comments or anything like that.
Okay, so Dee didn't want to show up. She knew why she didn't want to show up. Erica, I don't know about her.
That's because we feel like we in the principal's office, BM.
Yeah, like we got written up. Miracle, we in trouble.
No, everybody was given an opportunity to come
Yeah.
on. I do hope the best for you all, and I hope that you're all able to be good and have no bad blood.
Now, here's the thing. They have said this before a lot, that they invite pretty much everybody that they can get a hold of, like every time. I don't know if there's any time we don't know about or where they haven't invited anybody on for certain reasons. Maybe that's happened and I just missed it. But there has been people that have matched that have not done catch-ups at all. And there's been no word on them. Maybe there might be some stuff on the internet behind the scenes that will happen with some people, but some people that matched have not did a catch-up. And we don't know where they are. I've seen that on this show like maybe twice, unless there's a catch up that I didn't see and I just missed it, you know, scrolling along. But yeah,
And we can all get
Definitely.
You can create a spinoff called After the Balloon Pop.
this is it. That's what this is.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. We'll catch you all next time.
Definitely.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
Bye.